Hey, what's good, people? Team Sheet, we've got Gwendozi and Nelson who have taken a back seat, and they're in because we are going with the most talented front set of players that we have seen at the club in many years. So we've got Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ozil, and Pepe up front, which is what we've all been waiting for. It's what we've been asking for. So the fans and Arteta finally gets to have a look at what his team will look like with the superstars in there. Also coming in, we've got Klasnach, who comes in as well for Sacco at left back, and Chambers has been replaced by Socrates. So it's a little bit of a different look today, but they're going to need the high energy and they're going to need the input. Xhaka's back in the midfield as well, so we're really going to be looking to move the ball quicker, attack and get after Man United's midfield, try to stay tidy, try to hunt impacts, and try to keep it nice and tight, sound, and keep a good shape. And move together as a pack of wolves, as one, yeah? If we can see that, then there'll probably be some of the fantastic play that we saw in the first half against Chelsea. But overall, the team sheet looks quite positive. There is that rotation that we talked about in the Christmas period. So let's really go and see what these guys have got now that they've been given a chance to show and prove. For Arteta, he's playing his big guns, so I expect his big guns to be challenging and fighting for a place in the team. That's what this is all about, guys. Remember, it's a new setup here, it's a new regime, it's a new manager. So when the players get their chance, they have to make good use of it. Otherwise, you could find yourself back on the bench. So I'll get back to you guys at half time. Speak to you soon. Hey guys, it's Arsenal 2, Man United 0. And what we're seeing at the moment is some great play by the guys. That Chelsea loss has definitely turned them into a positive today, and they've come out the same as they did against Chelsea. And what we're seeing at the moment now is just David Luiz facilitating the ball everywhere. The speed that the ball's coming out, it's really making Man United work hard, and they cannot string 2 or 3 passes together. I mean, the scoreline 2-0 is really generous because Pepe's hit the post, Torreira's gone wide with another chance, and Lacazette also has had a chance. It could be 3-4 or 5-0 at the moment. That's how dominant Arsenal have been. Pepe, well, I did say in the podcast in midweek, if you don't play him, you're not going to get the results. And so people can stop moaning about him now because you've played him just like he did at West Ham. West Ham, he was probably the most dangerous player on the field. Tonight, it's the same thing. Pepe's come in, he scored a goal, he's hit the post. He whipped in the corner that created Socrates' goal as well, and he's just absolutely ripping Man United apart. It's a shame that you've got probably the most left-footed player on the pitch. If he had 2 feet, he'd be top 10 in the world, he would. But listen, that's what 72 million buys you. It buys you this kind of quality, and we're seeing it on the pitch today. And guys, seriously, fantastic way this team has come out. It's with the right attitude. None of the heads are dropping. Big shout out to the fans today inside the Emirates. They are absolutely large in voice and jeering this team on. And again, Arteta has not sat down once in the whole first half. He spent the entire first half standing like he did against Chelsea. The question is would they get that second goal? And it was much deserved. And as I said, we're being kind to Man United. This Arsenal team right now is ripping them to shreds, and it should be much more than 2-0. We're really happy the way that these guys have come out, and it's just, you know, who knows what's going to happen in the second half. We've still got bodies on the bench that can come in and play a part. But right now, listen, Arsenal look really good right now. I feel good for the players, and the fans are just so much into this game, Gene on the players. There was one time that Aubameyang ran back and won a tackle, and actually the ball went back to David Luiz, and David Luiz put his hands up and clapped because of the effort that Aubameyang was making as captain. And when your own teammates are doing that while the game's going on, you've got to love what's going on in this team right now. I'll get back to you guys at the end of the game. Peace out, man. Hey guys, here we go. Arsenal win 2-0, and Arteta gets his first win as Arsenal's new head coach. I think we all knew that the second half was going to be a repeat of the Chelsea game in terms of where our stamina is. We really struggled to finish this game out. The only difference is we didn't make those mistakes. Crosses were coming in, and Leno was dealing with them. He had 3 punches from set pieces and corners and free kicks, which he didn't make any mistakes. So that kind of nullifies what he did against Chelsea. And overall, one thing that was different was we identified that Pepe's legs were going, and he gave everything in this game, Pepe did. And he was gassed after 70 minutes. We were able to put Reiss Nelson on. Considering he's played hard over the last few games, Reiss Nelson was a good pickup in order to ensure that we maintain that level of press and compactness, even though Man United did turn it on and we looked really leggy and we were a bit stretched in the second half. But look guys, I said this about Chelsea. These are quality teams that we're playing. Do not think for 1 minute if we dominate a game for an hour that they will not be able to turn it on and come into the game. Chelsea did it and Man United did it today, and we were able to see this game out. We switched to 4-5-1 and the one-up point was Ozil, which was strange because Aubameyang was defending so well, so that's the reason why we left him in the back five. So we went with a 4-5-1 to see this game out, and Torreira gave everything as well. I mean, he put in a 9 out of 10 performance. Absolutely brilliant, but we don't win this game without Pepe. What he did in terms of getting the goal and providing that pinpoint cross from the corner to get the second was just, Arsenal would not have won this game without him. It probably would have finished 0-0. But brilliant game, guys, and the result that we wanted, and you battle hard until the end. There was a few sloppy passes from Xhaka, which you expect because that's what he does. He's a serial offender, and it's time that you change that. So well done, Arteta. You get your first win today against a big team, against a team that we haven't really had much luck with as well. So from that standpoint, we're able to do one over about Man United and come away with the 3 points. Brilliant result, guys. And listen, so much shout outs today. David Luiz was as hard as a rock. Leadership, composure, everything you want from a 31-year-old veteran. Niles, Maitland-Niles, had Marcus Rashford in his back pocket, completely marked him out of the game, and seriously, that's one of the best games I've seen Maitland-Niles play. When Saka came on, he shored up Kolasinac, who as well was completely gassed, and Saka was able to come in and really stretch Man United when really nobody had the legs to. It was Saka who was the one that was building up the attacks and stretching United's midfield. And listen, this game was well played, well managed. They had the right level of urgency, but we know that as a team we still have to manage that stamina, and that's a challenge for Mikel Arteta moving forward. Really happy with the result, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and listen, we'll talk about this in greater detail later on. Back your team. Love the response from the crowd today. It was a great atmosphere, and yeah, that's it, man. We do over Man United. Come on, get in there, you Gunners. Speak to you guys soon. Right back at you.